Today, I just want to talk about this this social media, information that most of my African brethren and sisters are always talking about when it comes to slavery. About how the whites, the Americans, the Europeans, they came to Africa, they conquered Africa, and that hatred, they are still talking about it. You see, what I want to say is this: we, the children of this generation, we need to understand that every era or every generation, there has been a normal life that people lived. Human being did not arrive just like this. We evolved, not from human being to, not from animal to human being. Our meta state, all this science, all these things you see, these are informations that came like an inspiration. You understand? But they did not just happen overnight. We grow. Even the laws, the traditions that are made, they are made from experience. So there was an era where conquering people and using them as slaves and possessing their possession was a normal life. There was an errand that even it existed for a long time. Are you getting me? If you look even in the Bible, you see how 5 kings came to Sodom, or where they came to, they conquered other kings. They even took Lot, Abraham's brother, and Abraham went with his armies, and they went after those 5 kings. You understand me? And Abraham conquered them and recover his brothers and his lost. You understand me? Even in the Bible, you heard about when King David went somewhere, and some people came and invaded the land where David and his wife and David's family were. They took everything and went. And David inquired for God, should I pursue? And God said, pursue. You will pursue and you will recover. And David went after them, overtook the people, conquered them, and brought his families back. That was normal life. So the Europeans coming to Africa to conquer Africa was not, at that time, it was not seen as a bad thing because it was a normal life. So we today, we this generation, should not be emphasizing on those things. We should not be using the mind of this generation. It's just like slavery. There were times that slavery was a normal thing. Servant is called slave then. Now we don't call people slave, we call them servant. Even if you take a girl from Africa to do prostitution for you in Europe or in abroad, you don't call her slave, even though if it is slavery. You understand me? So that era has passed and we are in a new era. So we should forget those times. Many people will be saying civilization started from Africa because Africa has been an old continent, the oldest bone, oldest this. Let me tell you, the evidence of civilization is the actualization. You cannot, if you tell me civilization started from Africa, where was the civilization that Africa had when the white man came and conquered us and took our people for slavery? When the white man was inventing guns, inventing the things they used to come to Africa, to conquer Africa, where was our civilization? So me, I don't believe in, like, somebody can live 100 years on earth, and somebody who lived just 30 years is more civilized than the person who lived 100 years. Civilization is information that you receive from the spirit. You can live 100 years and you get information, but you refuse to work with the information. You understand? Because civilization is an enlightenment. What if you are enlightened from the spirit? What if you are keen? You key into the right inspiration, then you will make good manifestation. So I did not see the evidence of civilization in the Africa that we are talking about. So we should forget about what the white man did. Because if you ask me, if today, If a white man owns a company and a black man owns a company, where I would like to work? I would like to work in a European man company. Because a European man will pay me good salary and he will pay my salary on time. That is civilization. But a black man will not pay your salary and he will pay you like a slave. Is that one civilization? Fela said, I always remember this word, late Fela Kuti. He said, white man is killing black man in America. That one we understand. What about black man killing black man in Africa? Look at African leaders killing their people to remain in seats. Look at our politicians. Is there any other slavery or any other, even in Africa they are talking about, before the white man came, most of the occupants in many lands in Africa, even before the white man came, they are not the original owners. You understand me? People came and killed people in their villages and took over their land. Go and study some histories in some villages. Just the way Americans, the British, they went to America, drove away the Red Indians and took over their land. It's a normal thing in that time. Even to today, you see in Nigeria, you see many West African. You see these Fulanis, or what they call them, they have an agenda. They want to take over people's land. But it will be very difficult for them because that mentality they are bringing, it cannot work in this generation. This generation is no longer operating in that level. This generation is operating in technology. You understand? That's why you see countries are building machineries, atomic missiles, and building things that will make them greater than their opponent, than their neighbor. Because the more stronger you become, other countries will be loyal. That's how it has always been. If you are strong, people will be paying homage to you. People will be loyal to you. So Africa now should start focusing on how to build its independence. Not independent under European influence, under the white man technology, under the white, even you that is criticizing the white man, you are still going to abroad. You are still logging to go to abroad. You are still using white man phone, using white man technology, using white man Facebook. I don't understand. I love the white man. I love the Europeans. I've lived with them. I've worked with them. I love them. Their mentality. That's why I even want to marry. I want to marry a European woman because I love the way they think. They don't think centered, too much centered like we think with the blacks. Look at what we are doing to ourselves. We have all the resources, but look at what we are doing to ourselves in Africa. Our leaders are still selling till today. They are still selling our countries for the white. Not, I want to talk about white. Don't talk about white in general. I'm talking about there are some group of white cultists, a group of people who are evil, demonic. They want to rule the world. They want to control the world under their power. You understand? But Africa cannot break out of those chains until Africa begin. Not every country in Africa independently, Nigeria, Cameroon, we begin to put leaders who love our country, leaders who we begin to want to live up to the standard of the modern life. Start building technology, start building our own weapons. You understand that we can wage war against America. We can wage war against China. Look at China today. Look at Russia today. You understand? They did not. This is what we're talking about, civilization. Doing the right thing. Working out your salvation. Getting your independence. Did you see anything like independence in Africa? Everything we eat, we import. Even our own resources, we cannot refine them in Africa. We have to send them and bring them back. I think many Africans should travel out of Africa and come back. Then you will understand. Think where. The white man is not your problem. Africa is Africa's problem. Love you guys. But Jesus loves you more.